What's going on, everybody? Today we got Black Excellence at the Olympics and our new Beats of the Week. It starts now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another amazing episode of the No Name Podcast, number one podcast going out across the airwaves, where we bring you stories of Black excellence and righteous ratchetry from across the Black diaspora. I'm Mr. Bizu, and it is the Olympics. That's right, y'all. This is our Olympic show, or my Olympic show, I should say. And it's going to be all Olympic stuff for this show. But before we get into that, let's take care of some housekeeping tips. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Wechat under the tag bizunsasha, bizunsasha. And if you follow us on Wechat, you can ask to get an invite to the NNP updates group. And from there, you can talk to other listeners of the show. And you also get announcements and videos and other cool, interesting stuff like that. Also, if you follow us on Twitter, you can get access to other stuff that might not make it on the show, but is just as interesting. So please follow us on Twitter, because we are trying to get those numbers up. And when you do, that helps the show grow. All right. For all of our new listeners out there, you can catch us on YouTube and SoundCloud and Mixcloud, actually. All of our old shows are there. We've been doing this for about a good, 8 months? Man, it's been 8 months now. Wow. Yeah, we've been doing this about a good 8 months, man. So we have quite a library behind us. All right. So with that out of the way, like I said, this is the Olympic show. Been following the Olympics. That's what everybody's been talking about right now. And I don't know if this is something that I just do or everybody does, but for me, when people always ask me who I'm rooting for, immediately I always say the black guy. I always say that, like, whoever's on TV, if they're black, I root for them. Because the thing is, I don't know, I'm American, so usually, I guess how it works is that you're supposed to root for, whichever your country is, but the U.S. ain't shit, especially this year. It's been pretty rough. I don't know if you've heard, but it's been pretty rough to black people over the past couple of months. So, it's really hard to chant USA right now. So for me, I've just been rooting for anybody that's black. Anybody that's black, if they're doing something big, then that's the team I go for. Perfect example. I was watching a swimming event earlier, and they had the U.S. team, and I think there was this one team. I forgot, I think they were from Norway or something. It was a women's swimming event. And, the swimming team from the U.S., they were all white. Everybody was white. But on the Norway team, there was one black swimmer. So for that, 15, 20 minutes, I was from Norway, because that's what I do. That's how I carry it. Anytime that there's a black person that's competing, in any event, whichever country they're from, that's the country that I'm from too, because that's just what I do, man. That's just how I carry it. And that's just how I watch the Olympics, man, or any global event, really, like the World Cup. If they have the U.S. Going against Ghana, then for that hour and a half, I am Ghana, man, because fuck this States, man. I can't do the whole USA thing. I can't. Except when U.S. black athletes are on the field, then I'll pull out the red, white, and blue. Anything short of that, then it's for the other team. All right, well, we got some Olympic news, but before we get into that, we are going to give you guys the beat of the week, and we actually have two beats this week. Our first one is a Sibongole artist by the name of Jay, and they're bringing us the song Alive, so check it out.
I think I got lost someplace far away. My life was so close, yet so far away. If I could, I would get back to that day when I felt alive. I think I got lost someplace far away. away. My life is so close, yet so far away. If I could, I would get back to the day when I felt alive. When I felt alive. When I felt alive. When I felt alive. Sometimes I look out my window, I think I got lost in the middle of life. How do I come back to me? Sometimes I look out my window, think I got lost in the middle of life. How do I come back to me? Sometimes I look out my window, think I got lost in the middle of life. I think I got lost someplace far away. My life is so close, yet so far away. If I could, I would get back to the day when I felt alive.
All right, that was Jay with her song Alive, and it was a pretty good song, man. I was really feeling it. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this Olympic news. The first piece is coming to us from NBCOlympics.com, and it talks about Rafaela Silva winning Brazil's first gold medal in judo. Now, the story goes on to say that Silva won all 5 of her matches without giving a single score to earn the country's first gold medal of the games. Wow, so she was rocking them, man. She was giving them no mercy. Brazil is one of the strongest countries in judo, particularly on the women's side, and the country was expected to do well at the games. However, they ended the first 2 days without a medal despite initial optimism. Oh, that is kind of worrying. Silva said that after her win, she hopes that her medal will open the door for Brazil to win many more medals. Now, what makes this victory even more impressive is that Silva's weight class, which was 57 kilograms, all had medalists from London. Japan's Kori Matsumoto won the gold, Caprioriu won a silver medal, France's Autumn Pavia won the bronze, and Team USA's Marty Malloy won a bronze as well. So shout out to Miss Silva, and I've been seeing a lot of videos and a lot of stories with little kids in the favelas in Brazil looking up to Rafaela, saying that she's an inspiration to them. So it looks like she's starting to trend. All right, well, our next story is coming to us from, well, they're all Olympic stories. So basically, we're just giving you a heads up of what's going on at the Olympics. All right, so this next one is talking about Oscar Figueroa, who won the gold medal in the men's 62 kilogram category to become Colombia's first Olympic weightlifting champion. Now, Figueroa saw fierce competition from Indonesia's Iko Yuli Irawan and Fakhad Kakri of Kazakhstan, who won silver and bronze respectively. Figueroa lifted 142 kilograms in the snatch and 176 kilograms in the clean and jerk for a 318 kilogram total. Holy shit, that is a lot of weight. That's like 3 of me. He lifted 3 of me in the air, and he only he barely weighs more than half of me. How do you even do that? All right, well, anyway, so Figueroa said that it's been 22 years since I started, and now it's time to retire, which is why I removed my shoes. Okay, yeah, that was one thing that he did. Once he, threw the weight up in the air, he dropped the weight down, and then he took his shoes off, because apparently in weightlifting knees, that means that I'm retiring. I didn't even know that. Learned something new. Now, the Colombian champion, who's also a father of 2, said he experienced very different emotions on the Olympic stage. And this does make sense because he competed in Athens in 2004 and came in 5th. And he was going to compete in Beijing in 2008, but he hurt his hand 2 weeks before the games, and he was not able to perform at his best. He went on to say that this is the best thing I could have ever expected for my country and for my family, and I'm just very happy, and it was very, very hard. All right, so shout out to him, man, and congratulations on the win. All right, our next story is talking about Kaya Adwa Forson, who is representing Ghana in the swimming events. Now, what makes her so special is that she's only 14 years old. Now, Forson has become the first Ghanaian to represent the country at the Rio Olympics and was given the spot at the Olympic Games by FINA, which is the World Swimming Governing Body. She got this spot after competing at their World Championships in Kazan, Russia last year. Forson competed in the women's 200-meter freestyle heats during the FINA Swimming World Championships, which is a key requirement for qualification in the Olympics. Well, hopefully she does well. I didn't get a chance to follow up on whether or not she actually did okay, but she's only 14 years old, so she has plenty of time to get better. All right, well, we're going to take another break because we got another beat, and this one is coming to us from Nzuri King, and the name of this track is Dark Matter. Check it out. That was Nzuri King with Dark Matter. All right, so now we just got a few more news pieces, and then we're going to head on up out of here. All right, this next one is talking about the U.S. women's gymnastics team basically killing it down in Rio. Now, the U.S. women's gymnastics team is nothing to play with. Apparently, they've won world championship titles in 2011, 2014, and 2015, and they don't look like they're slowing down at all. Now, the team is made up of 5 young ladies, Ali Reisman, Gabby Douglas, Madison Cosin, Lori Hernandez, and Simone Biles. But we all know that we are looking at Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles. Now, a lot of people were very impressed by Gabby Douglas at the last Olympics in London. She did very, very well, and she became a household name. And now it looks like it's Simone's turn. She's been blowing all of her competitors out of the water. And now it's gotten to the point where people are saying, I'm just happy to be competing with her. She's done absolutely amazing, and she actually qualified for the artistic gymnastics event, which will be taking place today. So if you're at home and you want to get caught up with this all this Olympic excitement, then be sure to check her out, because by the way she's been performing, she will not let you down. All right, the next one is talking about the U.S. Basketball team, and it is basically talking about how Carmelo Anthony and Kyrie Irving have teamed up to show these people just how you play this game. They managed a 98-88 victory to advance 3-0 in their group. Now, it was looking kind of iffy for a minute because Australia was really bringing their A game, but luckily for USA, Carmelo ain't no sucker. He actually ended up taking control of the entire game and scored 31 points. Now, a lot of people were really impressed with Melo's performance because he basically put the team on his shoulders the way Kobe, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron did back in 2008 and 2012, and that's how they got. That's how the U.S. basically came away with the win in Olympic basketball. So it looks like Melo's definitely following a grand tradition of letting these boys know how we play basketball in the States. All right. Our next story is one that's been getting a lot of attention in the group and just in general. And it's talking about the U.S. weightlifter who is a vegan. And not like vegetarian, I kind of eat steaks on Friday, but I just don't tell my wife. Like completely vegan, like he doesn't eat any meat at all, just vegetables. All right, the brother's name is Kendrick Ferris. And he says that he is able to not eat any meat because he researches all the food that he eats and he tries to be efficient. Now, I know some of y'all are saying, oh, well, he's vegan, so how big can he be really? Well, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, he is very big, and he's big enough to have won a gold medal at the past 2 Pan American Championships, where he lifted more than 800 pounds in each event. Now, he says that he began his veganism when he discovered his Israelite heritage. He says that Israelites are from the lost tribes of Israel, and I wanted to do more research to understand the ways of the ancient, which apparently includes their kosher diet. He says he eliminated meat completely out of respect for animals, and he doesn't necessarily trust the way food is being processed. He went on to say, I don't agree with the way the animals are mass slaughtered, so that's one thing that kind of got me looking at what they call a vegan diet. He also went on to say that once he made up his mind, he did it instantly. There was no second guessing or anything like that. He was like, you know what? Throw all these steaks away. I'm done. I'm out the meat game, which is amazing. But I guess that's the kind of determination you need to go to the Olympics, and that's probably why I'm not there. So he did give us some tips on how to live a vegan lifestyle and still be strong as shit. He says that don't think about it as far as what you can't eat. Like, don't think like, oh, I can't eat meat. Think of it as I get to eat carrots. I don't know if that's enough of an incentive for you, but that's how he does it. He also says keep temptations out of the house. So that means if your homeboy goes to McDonald's, he can't bring it home or anything like that. He just says we keep it all out. And apparently his wife, Katrina, is also very supportive, and she doesn't bring any meat into the house either. He goes on to say that inspiration is everywhere. He says that he goes online to find different vegan recipes. He also says that a couple of his favorite dishes are meat-based recipes from Katrina's grandmother and mother that she ended up modifying and replaced all the meat with plant-based proteins. And his final thing is plan ahead. He says that his wife, Katrina, goes to the store every 2 weeks with recipes in mind and gets creative once her ingredients start to dwindle. So those are some ideas or some tips that you can use if you're trying to go green and if you're trying to leave the animals alone. And more power to you, and more power to Mr. Ferris, man. I respect that. But I'm going to go ahead and eat this burger once this show is done. All right, and our final story is some sad news, and it talks about Usain Bolt confirming that this will be his last Olympics. The Jamaican sprinter has said that the 2016 Olympic Games will be his last, and he has made sure to go out with a bang. He went on to say at a press conference that this is the last Olympics for sure. I've done everything and have proven myself. Well, it looks like he's definitely having a good time while he's down there. There's this video going around with him, hanging out with samba dancers. So I guess when you're the fastest man in the world, you can roll like that. But shout out to Mr. Bolt. You definitely did your thing while you were here, and you were an inspiration to us all. And we love seeing you run, and we'll never forget it. We'll never forget it, man. All right, that is our Olympic show, and that is all of the Olympic news for today, or this week, I should say. Be sure to tune in next week where we give you part 2 of our NNP Olympic coverage. And until then, be sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Wechat under the name bizunsasha, BIZUNSASHA. And also check us out on YouTube and SoundCloud to get a peek at our older shows. I'm Mr. Bizu, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.